guys, so it is another Can't Make It Up Friday. I don't know why I'm so frazzled today. So, anyway, I apologize that the videos are going up slow. I didn't realize that it would take literally hours upon hours for my videos to go up onto YouTube. So I'm going to start pre-taping them, which means today is actually last Friday by the time this goes up, if that makes sense. So, this week, I was sitting there trying to rack my brain, think of what another story I could tell you, because there are a few that I want to save for specific days. And I decided to come up with a video, or a story. It's so embarrassing. I can't even believe I'm going to tell it. So I'll just jump right into it while I'm doing this little smoky eye. And I will be showing you guys the ingredients that I'm using. So this was about 20 some years ago. You're talking about, I was like maybe 6 years old, maybe 5. I don't know. I barely remember it, but I remember enough. I probably blocked it out of my memory because it was traumatic. My cousin was getting married to his first wife. We'll call her Chatty Cathy because her real name is Kathy. But she was a little different. She was nice. We'll just give her that. She was nice. So we went to my Aunt Nana's, and Aunt Nana lives like 3 hours away. She lived 3 hours away, in a small place called Denison, Ohio. Coincidentally, every time I went there, I got some sort of sick. I was either had a sore throat. I was like a sickly child. You could say, I had a cold a month ago, and I would get it. So yeah, like, really, the good memories I have are just being at her house because I loved my Aunt Nana. I still love her so much. I miss her. But I love going to my Aunt Nana's house. And we went up there for Carlos's wedding. As much as I can remember, I do remember it was colder out. I remember getting dressed up. I looked very nice. They had the wedding, I want to say, in either New Philly or Dover, which are like relatively close up there. I don't know. It just seemed like everything was far away from home. So the wedding was at like this little chapel. I remember the bridesmaids looked terrible because they were all in satin purple and none of the buttons buttoned. Everything was puckered. God, I hope no one sees this and is like, oh my gosh. But no, buttons were puckered. I just remember fat hanging out everywhere. Everybody looked a hot mess. Everybody looked a hot mess. Aunt Nana looked fine as F because she always did. And then my dad always made sure I looked good. You know, my mom looked really nice. My uncle, it's hard to explain, but my uncle dated Aunt Nana's cousin, or Aunt Nana's son, and Aunt Nana's son is my dad's cousin. So that's how my two families are like linked. That's how my parents met. Anyway, you know, my uncle looked nice. Everybody from down here looked nice, and then Aunt Nana did. So, I remember going to the chapel, seeing it, and then they, you know, ran out to their car all happy. Yay, lovely couple. Who would have guessed that they would have divorced like a month later or something? But, it was a cool ceremony. You know, everybody was happy. The bridesmaids danced down the aisle because, you know, some folk, we can't control ourselves nowhere. So they danced down the aisle, which was cute. And Kathy actually did look really nice. Makeup was really nice. Her dress was really pretty. She just made sure the bridesmaids looked like garbage. You know, she was the focal point. So I remember at the wedding ceremony, it was like a little billiard hall across from my Aunt Nana's house because literally everything in Denison, Ohio is there. Like, you spit and you're spitting on the post office. If you sneeze, you're sneezing on the billiard room. I mean, it's not a big town. It's more like a village, I would say. not many people. Everybody knows everybody. Um, so they had the reception at this little billiard hall across from Aunt Anna's house. I remember it being really, really dark in there. There was like, I mean, there was some lighting as you walked in, and then like it's like someone forgot to pay the light bill. It was completely dark. Um, Sat with my Aunt Nana for a while. I do have pictures of me and her. I wish I could find them and show you guys because she looked really, really nice. Um, and her grandkids were there. She had two grandkids. Kathy had three kids from a previous marriage, which none of them were Carlos's, my cousin. Um, but they were really nice boys from what I can remember. Totally different from their mom. So I remember there being a lot of other kids there, probably from her family. And at one point, you know, because it's boring, like literally, you're talking about the 90s. Um, I do believe my cousin Carlos was super, super drunk, you know, just probably trying to black out the marriage. He was super drunk, and he had the DJ play Montel Jordan's "This Is How We Do It" like 30 times over and over. Literally, I just remember that song being on repeat because that was not only the song of the year, but that was his song. He loved it. So I'm just gonna say it's 1996. Good times. So, you know, everybody's dancing, whatever. The grown-ups are drinking. There was not much for the kids to do except for out in front of the billiard hall was just like a huge lawn. I mean, there was like huge lawn, and then way back sat this little reception hall, whatnot. So one of the kids was like, you know, let's go outside and like play or something. So we started playing with the balloons that were at the wedding. We took them outside. Is this the right color? Okay, it is. We took them outside. I'm using corn flute. Took the balloons outside, and we were running around, just having fun, doing kid stuff, whatnot. And I probably ate too much. You know, at this reception, there was chicken, there was macaroni, there were mozzarella sticks. I mean, every fattening, good comfort food. Plus, you know, my Aunt Nana could throw down in the kitchen. So you're talking about you had greens, all that sort of good stuff. I just remember whoever made the fried chicken deserves some sort of reward because that was off the chain. I can still remember that. But the thing is, I don't remember eating a lot, but I must have because here comes the embarrassing parts. We were outside playing. I remember the grass being like really tall. So I was hiding in the grass, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there like, something tastes funny. I don't feel very well. And I started puking in the grass. And all these kids are like looking at me, and some of them completely ignore me because, you know, it's just kids ignore each other like that. And I remember like chucking everywhere. And my dad was outside watching us, probably like the only time he actually watched a kid in his life. And he ran over and he's like, you know, you okay? We good? And I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay, but I want to go to the restroom anyway. Went into the restroom, and like my family, like both sides of my family are totally pro-gay, obviously. And I remember there being two gay guys in the bathroom, and I got to the bathroom, and I'm puking in the trash can. My dad's like, you know, you're okay, you're okay. And the two gay guys are like, oh my God, you poor thing. And I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing. I didn't mean, you know, I stopped myself. I'm trying not to cuss on this channel. You know, how freaking embarrassing to be at a wedding and just start barfing for no reason. I mean, maybe it was because I'd had enough of the bridesmaid dresses. I'm not going to lay off of those dresses. And it was like a gut reaction to that, or maybe it was something in the food, or it could be maybe I ate too much and then ran, because I do remember it was like, I know it's hard to picture me running, but just imagine like a lot of this and profusely sweating. So it probably was that. But just to be like around strangers and then knowing that, I just can't go upstairs and lay down. I can't go home and lay down. You're 3 hours away from home. I was done. From that point on, I was done. I wanted to go home and like right now. Like I want to go home right now. And my dad told my mom I wasn't feeling well, and it took us all of 30 seconds to go back home to Nana's house. And I don't know what Aunt Nana did, but she gave me probably the best 7-Up in the world because I felt so much better afterwards. And we were on our way. But it's, oh my gosh, I hate chucking. I hate ralphing. It's not fun. I don't do it often, literally. But it's super, because you've seen people like, I've seen people at carnivals who are like barfing their brains out after being on a ride, or they ate too much, or they drank too much. I'm not that type of person. I've never gotten to the point where I know this is going into a different story, but I'm just trying to drag it out. I've never gotten to the point where I've barfed from drinking. I just hold my liquor very well. But I just can't imagine, like, have y'all ever barfed in public? Don't be afraid to. You can send me a message privately, but I want to know how many people have legit, like, just chucked and lost it in front of people they don't know. Because that, to me, I know, like, I remember my mom saying, you don't really have to see any of those kids ever again. They're not going to make fun of you. But still, the fact that they could probably go and tell someone else, yeah, like, I was at a wedding and this kid ate so much that he was barfing in the grass, and then the two gay guys could go and, tell who knows who, because the gay community knows everybody. But, or just like, because I do go down to the Oregon district, shout out to the Oregon, here in Dayton, and I have seen some people down there who are messy drunk, and they're literally just losing it everywhere, in front of everyone. Granted, you do have your friends there with you, and, like, for me, I take care of my friends if they're throwing up when they're drunk. That does not bother me. It happens. It happens. But when it happens and you're, like, in front of people, I just can't imagine if I did that in front of people at the bar, and then they're going and they're like, oh my gosh, we saw this dude, makeup on fleek, but he was like so wasted, he was barfing. I don't know if I'd rather be the little kid back in 1996 throwing up in Denison, Ohio, in the lawn of their community billiard room, or if I'd want to be this age and puking at the bar. I don't know. Neither, but just saying which situation is worse. But yeah, like, you guys, please tell me, like I said, you don't have to comment here, but you guys can come to me privately and tell me about your embarrassing puking stories, because I'm sure everyone has them. My mom has a ton of them. Or if barf grosses you out, which I'm just, what do you call that word? I'm so desensitized to barfing because my mom literally has the weakest stomach ever and will barf on cue. She's like Draws. Anybody remember Draws? But yeah, I'm desensitized to it. I can watch someone barf and I'm completely fine. But if you're grosses you out, whatever, I apologize. I'll put like a content warning before y'all watch this, because I know some people can't even handle the word, which I'm like, if you can't handle the word barf, you got you can't live my life, okay? because I hear the word, I see the action, I'm desensitized to it. So, that's my little embarrassing story. Like I said, I've got plenty more that I will let y'all know of. So, thank you for watching. I'll link all my ingredients to this look below because I know a lot of people like the smoky eye. It's a classic go-to. So keep watching my videos, subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at 90210 makeup. That's 9OH210H makeup. And follow my friends, give a shout out, whatnot. Thank you for watching.